This is 95 Cotswold Drive, home of Fred and Mona Jones, who moved here in 1980 with their son, who was only a month old. The only home that Zane ever knew. This is a picture of Hannah and Zane, who were married in Washington, D.C. last June 2005. Family photo of Zane's wedding in Washington last summer.
And 95 Cotswold, and Fred is imbibing.
Aluminum.
Now, what are you doing right now?
I'm putting the cake mix into my pot.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Okay, as you can see, I've got the cake mix in the pan.
All right.
I'm putting aluminum foil over it so that the water doesn't actually get into it. But the main purpose of doing this is to seal the moisture inside the pan.
Okay.
Then you put a little lid on it, like so. And then you put it into a bath of hot boiling water. Now, I always like to start it just before the water starts boiling, so that I can keep it from rocking.
Okay.
And so I put a little aluminum foil off to the side.
Does that keep it from dancing in the pan?
Yes, keeps the pan from rotating, keeps it nice and flat. Because when it gets to rocking, of course the cake won't work as well. Put it like so. Takes a little time to get it fixed
Just
up.
right.
Seems like an awful lot of trouble though.
Yeah, how long does it take to, will it have to dance in this water?
90 minutes exactly.
That's an hour and a half.
Very good, Mona. I can see you're a school teacher.
Okay.
And I always like to try to put a little weight on it.
Now, is it okay if steam escapes from the lid?
Oh yeah, you need to have steam escape. It's holding steady.
Now, do you watch this pot when it boils?
No, just make sure that it doesn't boil out.
So you do have to watch it.
Well, yes.
Okay. All right, here we have one boiled cake in progress.
90 minutes doesn't start until the water starts boiling really good, rapidly.
We call that a rolling boil.
Thank you. As you can see, it started to rotate. Crappie in it that was caught by our son when he was only 6 years old. When he was 6 years old, if you'll notice between his legs, he pissed his pants right after he caught it.
It took a lot of effort to bring that fish in, Zane. Good job. He got his name in the newspaper. How big was that fish?
That was the state tide record for that year. It was an 18-inch crappie, weighed 2.5 pounds, and he caught it when he was 6 years old.
Last year, our son decided that he would make our mailbox more patriotic. Our house was built in 1963, the year I graduated from college. This is Fred's truck, Mona's car. Fred has many talents. Not only can he boil a cake, but he also knows how to TiVo. Is TiVo Fred's first love. Beautiful vines going over the arbor, and there's room to grow vegetables. We usually make salsa and freeze corn and have fresh vegetables all summer long. This is a hammock that used to be between two giant oak trees that sadly were chopped down last summer. Trees used to be here, and the hammock swung between them. And on a summer afternoon, you could take a nap and read the paper. Unfortunately, the roots of the trees were going into the basement and they had to be chopped down. Front to one of the trees that was in the backyard. Hopefully someday, if my son has his own backyard, he'll be able to use this maybe for a picnic table or who knows, maybe even a coffee table if he has it refinished. This is a garden. However, you'll notice that it has grass growing between the rows. Fred is a neatnik, and he doesn't want to have just all dirt in his garden, so he is the only person I know who mows his own garden. This is the left side, and we're panning to the right side in front of the shed. This is the sofa in the living room. Notice the book on the coffee table. Look familiar? Under the sofa is a see-through fireplace, which keeps us warm in the wintertime. Downstairs is a bar and family room, complete with a treadmill that we should use more often than we do, and piano. Over here again, the sofa, and big screen TV, and a wood-burning fireplace that unfortunately we seldom use. The basement has been the scene of lots of birthday parties and family celebrations. Actually, this used to be our son's room, and it's the only room that's actually finished in the house. Zane and I designed this room, complete with shelves and built-in bed, an entertainment center and bureau. Now, it's Fred's office. And if my mother comes to live with us, it'll become my main bedroom.
Okay, it's time to break the wonderful cake out. As you can see, you got to be very careful because this water is scalding hot. You place the pan down carefully, and then you take the lid off.
Did you burn yourself?
Carefully remove the aluminum foil, and voila, a boiled cake.
Wow.
It's now time to let the cake cool. Then we will put it on the container right here. Then we will ice it up.
I think that's called a cake plate.
Okay, cake plate. So we'll wait for a while. In the meantime, we empty the boiling hot water.
Now, here is the cake turned out on a plate.
Before we actually put the chocolate icing on the cake.
Doesn't it look like a hat? Pillbox. The final product, Fred's yellow cake with chocolate icing.
Yeah.
Fred just covered the cake. It's now in the cake plate, ready for an after-dinner dessert. Delectable. Here, avalanche. There we go.
Oh, shit. Sorry, folks.
Looks tasty. This is Fred's favorite afternoon activity. You must be dreaming. This is a picture of Fred, me, and Zane when he graduated from high school. Notice the shoes. This was in the Delaware Gazette because Fred lined up all of Zane's shoes that he had saved for 18 years and led him out of the house. We're at 95 Cotswold, home of Fred and Mona Jones. In about a year, this house will probably be sold.